Hi everyone, it's Mini here again, and the purpose for doing this video is that I want to try in my own way to explain uh, how I feel as a Guyanese, how I feel that the current the implementation of the current local content legislation, how it be, does not really serve the business, the local businesses as it is supposed to. And how did I come up with this? How did I really come up with this view and opinion or fact, I must say, is that I recently attend the summit on on um, on the sustaining, which was themed sustaining supplier development through local content partnership. Let me repeat this for you all, and I'm going to try my very best. This is something new for me. I'm going to try my very best to break this down so that Guyanese can understand that we are being duped, that the whole idea of local content is just a parade right now. It is just a show, but nothing is really happening as it should. And this is why I am, as a Guyanese, I am upset right now. I am terribly upset because the CLDB, the center standing, which represents the Center for Local Business Development, which was set up by Exxon Mobil in collaboration with the Guyana government since 2017. And I'll tell you what I believe is that it is really not serving the purpose that it should have been serving. And I'll go through it and I'll try my very best to break it down, and hoping that you will understand. So be a little patient with me as I go along. So they recently had a summit. The summit was well organized. I must commend the organizers of the summit. It was well organized. No complaint. I mean, they're young people. It was well organized. So no complaint about that. The purpose and the theme of the summit was sustaining supply development through local content partnership. However, the speakers that were invited, they touted their financial statement and their whole business plan and everything. It was totally not what it was supposed to be. Really, it was totally not what it's supposed to be. So let me tell you, first of all, or try to let you understand what local content. So I'll have to read from my notes, because there is a lot here. I don't want to talk about part and not speak about the other. So I have to let you understand this process here. So let me give you a definition of local content. Local content requirements, which is LCR, are a type of protection mechanism that aims to prevent the local industry from the negative outcomes of international trade. I will go this over for you again. Local content requirements are a type of protection mechanism that aims to prevent the local industry from the negative outcomes of international trade. So one of the things about this is that you find that because these international organizations, they would have already, and companies, they would have already been established. I'm talking over 50 years of experiences. They are coming in with experience, a vessel of experience and technology, and most of all, financial resource. They're coming in, and so when they come in, they take over everything. They invest in healthcare, security, everything. So they basically have a whole country within your country. So they develop their own community. So the reason, the purpose for local content is to protect the Guyanese population from this sort of invasion. Okay, so that was the reason you're supposed to have local content protection, is to protect Guyanese business, to help them to grow, to market themselves, make financial investment. So let me continue. It is a type of trade protection mechanism that depends on the laws to create requirements for international companies and forces them to produce a certain amount of goods and services domestically. Okay? Now, the main aim of the local content requirement is to prevent domestic companies from heavy competition. Let me say this, to prevent domestic companies from heavy competition by international companies. Pressure over local market structure. So it is supposed to help grow, okay, and make the local companies in Guyana be able to meet international standards. All right, that is what it is supposed to do, help local companies meet international standards. All right, making Guyanese business qualify to produce goods and services for companies like ExxonMobil and other companies that supplying ExxonMobil and other major investors, big players in Guyana. So let me try to tell you exactly why I'm furious, why I feel Guyanese has been lied to, and why this nonsense of touting big business like National Hardware and John Finance Limited as you know as a face, so to speak. Why these big businesses should not be touted as the face of success stories, so to speak, in Guyana, and touted as a local content development story. And let me tell you here. First, let's start with National Hardware. That the manager, he went and he talked about his story, and one of the things that got me really furious is when he said to me, when he says sorry to the audience, is like you're insulting their intelligence. You have a set of educated people there with experience and everything. You're insulting the intelligence when you're saying to them that small businesses and large businesses have the same problem. Well, let me tell you something. That is really not true. National Hardware was founded in 1971. That is older than I am. When a company is so well established, they bring a vessel of resources, financial resources, experience, technology, and they already would have developed their framework, an established framework of success within Guyana. Now, you cannot compare them or tout them as a success story for Guyana for the face of local content development. You cannot do that. You're talking about over 40 years of experience and development. You cannot tout their partnership with an international company, with a multinational company, and say that is local content success. You know what? That is insulting the intelligence of Guyanese. It is insulting the intelligence of educated people. I didn't just study computer science. I did business courses as well. I did accounting and all of that. So when you're telling Guyanese something like that, you're insulting their intelligence. All right? Telling them that oh, they face the same problem. No, they don't face the same problem. So the reason for me saying this is that they National Hardware got the contract for fabrication, but National Hardware was never into fabrication before. Now, really, they were never into fabrication. So you had many fabricators in Guyana. We all know that we need bar for everybody. House almost got grill bar. You know what I mean? We live in like prison in this country because of thieves. So everybody got iron gate, bar on the windows. You know, I never know of National Hardware producing that kind of service for Guyanese people. So the thing about it is that so they suddenly become fabricators. Okay, now that is one thing. So what happened to the local businesses? local, the little shops here and there, how can they get their foot into the market? The CLDB was established in the year 2017. I want the CLDB to bring something new, something factual to the table, and say, you know what, we have conducted a recent accelerator woman. We have conducted X, Y, and Z for these business, their startups. Where are the funds? So that was one of the company, National Hardware. The other one is John Finance Limited. They were established over 50 years ago. So John Finance Limited and John Finance Limited support, they are supporting their half support service, to listen to this, Exxon Mobil, Halliburton, Saipem, Baker and Hughes, and Schlumberger. So they are taking over everything. So where does a small players who start in some small shop and he wants to invest, or where they're not gonna have the fund because they didn't have that already or they didn't have though they don't have that financial established framework to get their foot into the market. And like I said, the goal of local content is to be able to qualify the local businesses, small businesses, and so on, to get themselves qualified to provide service based on international standards, ISO, and so on, to grow and expand. But you have two big businesses over 50 years of experience being touted as the face. Let me speak. Two established big businesses being touted as the face of local content success story, and that, as we Guyanese call it, I pass. That is called I pass, and that is insulting the intelligence of Guyanese. It insults my intelligence, and I didn't go to university or read or do courses to have people throw those kind of garbage to me, those BS to me. I didn't go to university for that. I didn't do accounting for that. So when you're speaking to Guyanese, speak to them. Don't bullshit them. We're intelligent people, and not when election time come around. Then we're gonna hear all these dirty tricks and stories. All the skeleton coming out of the closet. Don't set our Guyanese against each other. Don't increase the gap of have and have nots. Don't increase it. Don't increase it. Okay. So I'm not done as yet. Let's get on with it to Exxon. So the CLDB, the Center for Local Development, that should have had Guyanese local business interests at heart, was established in 2017. I'm still waiting for their success, some real, genuine success story, because I'm not seeing any. All I'm hearing is established business, John Finance, National Hardware, being touted as the face of success story for the oil and gas sector. How wonderful. Okay, now let me break it down for you. It's on Exxon Mobil. I'm going to share these links under this video so you Guyanese can educate yourself and you can understand exactly what is happening in this country. You need to pay attention because you need to know that where oil is, there end up being civil war and all these kinds of things. My fellow Guyanese, I am telling you as a Guyanese here, you need to be aware of what's happening, because we're gonna move from race to we're gonna be moving from race to wealth gap. So we got something else to focus on now. So I'll put this link, ExxonMobil link, in the comment section, so you all will see. So the purpose of the CLDB, which was set up by ExxonMobil, is, listen to this, to assist, number one, to assist Guyanese business to build their capacity and improve competitiveness. Well, let's bring the fact out here. You show me which Guyanese business. There are so many welding business. Okay, I want you to show me which Guyanese business. I might be wrong here. Okay, I'm giving anybody the benefit of the doubt, but I want to somebody to show me which young you know business, which small business here was had their capacity improve to be competitive. Which small business? One of them, well, them shop in one of them on them village. Y'all show me, y'all please comment, let me hear. One of the welding shops from somewhere along them corners or something. Y'all show me which one of them. Where the partnership between the local welders or suppliers for meat. Y'all please tell me, because I need knowledge here. I need inputs and so on. Y'all free to comment, share your views. I want to see which were the local businesses that were really built to improve competitive in Guyana. How many of them? How many of them? Please, that were not established, like the John Finance and National Hardware. Please show it to me. Number 2, provide mentoring, coaching, and access. Oh dear. So I was registered. Like I said, I have a degree in computer science. I was registered with them. I have a RFID radio frequency identification certificate. Okay, this is talking about near field, RFID tags, near field, far field communications, and so on. Okay, so I was registered with with the CLDB. So this is I'm going to all their forums, and all you're hearing. You're seeing National Hardware. You're seeing about 5 people or 6 people at all these forums, all these conferences and everything, being touted. You know what I mean? Touted, and being promoted as a face of local content development success stories. You know what? I'm not a fool, and I'm sure I know many Guyanese are not a fool. They know you're talking here. The same set of people, John Finance, National Hardware. The other few, they're young businesses as well, but they're some of them are monopoly. They're monopolies and so on. So stop doing that. Stop doing that and get to work. Actually show that you have some interest in promoting, and let me say, provide mentoring, coaching. Okay, mentoring and coaching, but they don't have a framework or a model to say that let's start. You have 10 welding business or 10 IT companies in Guyana or 10 medical services company. How do we get these businesses to collaborate? There is no framework. How do we get there? Everything is bare talks, nice fancy talk and fancy language and fancy plan, and the policies is there, and everything is there. Let's say how we have 10 welding companies, 10 ICD company in Guyana to get from point A. How, first of all, they need to collaborate, partnership, which is the goal. How can they get from point A to point B, point C? So if the process is from point A to point Z, fine. Where is the model? Where is the framework? I can't see anything up to now. 5 years ago, 5 years, CLDB, more than 5 years, so 2017. Since 2017, they're there, and I can't see anything. How the business get from A to Z. Where the success story? I'm waiting. So they must provide mentoring. Yes, they're trying with a little mentoring. Coaching. Yeah, they had the accelerator program. They're coaching women. Fine, no problem. Access. You see, everybody missed the core here. Financial support. Financial support. There is no funds available. No funding. Financial support as information and safety, technical standard, and procurement opportunities. So there is no financial support. I still waiting to see the funds. Where's the funds, everybody? Oh, I guess we gotta fast and ask the Sky God to we have to ask the Sky Man to find the funds for us, right? To be competitive. So if you don't have money, let me tell you straight up, nothing could be done. You can't even pray to God if you don't have money, because you're hungry. You're thinking about your hunger rather than you're thinking about God. So let's get the fact straight on the table. You can't even pray to God and you're hungry. Don't try to fool me. I know very much about that. So, number 3, play the key role in furthering the capabilities of local Guyanese business. Man, I am waiting for this. I am waiting to see how this local content, the Center for Local Content, the government of Guyana, and ExxonMobil, how they play a key role in furthering the capabilities of local Guyanese business. Yeah, you know what they're really doing? They're redefining what local content is. They want to redefine local content for us. They want to tout their own idea. They're touting their own faces of what they think. You know, local content is really there, and even because of recession and so on, even America and other countries, they have had to step up their provision and increase and improve their law to ensure to protect their citizens and to ensure that the capacity and knowledge transfer, tech transfer, and all these things. Many of these big countries, in the United States and India and so on, they've had to develop their local content laws to protect their people. But what are we Guyanese doing? We are touting two major established conglomerate established players in Guyana who partnership with international firms as success story, as local content success story. Oh my gosh. I cannot be more what should I say? It's like, you're sitting in an audience and doing magic, and you're doing magic, and you expect you're on a stage like a magician, and you expect you're gonna click your wand with your fancy speech, and things and Guyanese and people are gonna believe. I think as Guyanese we need to have critical thinking. It is very important in these times, more than ever. And this nonsense that the government of Ghana, the CLDB and ExxonMobil, peddling established business, the two most established business as the face for local content development is, let me use a Guyanese term here, I pass. That's what we Guyanese call I pass. You want to I pass we. You understand me? So my fellow Guyanese, it is time you look beyond race, religion, and culture, and you really start to pay attention with the wealth gap, because there is going with this here is going to be a wealth gap between the have and the have nots, and we're going to be at the bottom. And you know what? They are going to have their own housing, their own health care facility, the airport. ExxonMobil headquarters is building next to the Ogo Airport. Please read, educate, learn, and learn what's happening. Learn what's happening. Understand that where oil is, those countries, they've had civil war and many the economic degradation for the citizen is huge. You need to pay attention. These sorts of exploitation must stop. I know I'm going to be creating enemies here, but my interest as a Guyanese is to speak out and let the people know what is really happening, because we at the lower level are the ones that are always being used. We're always being used in politics, we're always being used for something, and we're always being used for the elite um, goal. We are always being used, and I don't want to see a civil war in my country. This is my homeland. I love my country very much. I'm really actually very happy that I was born here. I have my freedom. I dress how I want. I eat. The crime rate is very high. But I'm happy, and I don't want to see a civil war between the have and the have-nots, or between races or anything like that happen in my country. And it is about time that the local content development and the government of Ghana, ExxonMobil, they do what is right for our country and come clean and stop parading established businesses like National Hardware and John Finance Limited as local content success story. Because let me tell you straight up, you don't partnership with a multinational cooperation and establish and say that is local content success story. Please stop lying. Just stop lying. Please stop lying to the Guyanese people. So this is my reasons for doing this video, is that I want to tell these people that they should stop lying to the Guyanese people, the government of Ghana, ExxonMobil, and CLDB. Stop lying, touting lies to the Guyanese people. Stop it once and for all, because it's going to backfire. It is going to backfire. it will backfire. So they need to stop doing that. And you Guyanese, I want you to read up and follow the news, follow who are getting all these contracts, look and observe what's happening, share information, you like to share people's skin in the teeth and doing crazy stuff, share valuable information, you know, who are getting these contracts, what is happening, and so on. I understand we want to protect, some of us want to protect, but the buy is big. People of Guyana, the buy is so big. You're talking about fossil fuel here, oil and gas. The buy is big. You don't have to protect your bread. You don't have to be greedy. Okay? You don't have to be greedy. You get, because when you get your big pie sitting down eating and the neighbor don't have, you know what's gonna happen there? He's gonna come for you pie. You know, when somebody coming for you pie, what's gonna happen, right? All right, I don't have to explain that. You all know. You guys got street sense, right? So this is what I wanted to say to you all, is that please stop fooling the Guyanese people once and for all, and show that you're really interested. Let's see the money come in for local businesses. Let's see the 10 welders. Let's see the 10 ICT company. Let's see them having partnership. Let's set out the framework. Set the framework of how they get from point A to Z, and make it easier. That's what I want to see, and that is what local content development is all about. So if you like my videos, please share them. I welcome constructive criticism. Keep it respectable, and thank you for liking. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you, and share it. See you all next time. Bye.